Hi, everybody, and welcome to Them Wise Girls. I'm your girl, Jada.
And I'm Nelly.
And I'm Lala. Thanks for tuning in with us this evening.
We hope you guys had an amazing week and an awesome weekend. What is going on, ladies? How are you doing?
I'm good. I had a good week. Weekend was good. This is the last week of summer school.
Yay!
I'm so happy. But after that, it's chilling like a villain. I think we have almost a month off from work. So
that's nice.
That's a good break. And then we await what September comes. It's going to be very interesting because we know what we're living in now, but we'll see how that goes. So I know the first week back is going to be hectic. You're going to have more kids and more adults back and getting tested and seeing if you're not. It's going to be very interesting come September. But I am good. So how are you feeling, Lala?
I actually am having a splendid day. So thank you for asking me. You know, these days come very rare and far and few in between. So I have to be happy and accept it. I will tell you, I have been experiencing a lot of leg pains, like leg cramps.
Oh.
And yeah, I think it's just, the muscles and everything from the hormones your body produces these hormones to help you prepare for childbirth and such. But you guys know that I'm not having a real experience at childbirth.
That's a real experience. Just because you ain't put shit out there don't mean it ain't no real experience.
This is true. Oh, it is still a real experience.
It's still coming out your body.
So exactly. Right. Whether they cut it or you push it, it's an experience.
That's right. It is an experience. Yeah. But it's just like this weird, like, how can I explain? It kind of feels like when you've worked out too much and you've overdone it and your ligaments and tendons hurt, especially the one that runs down the back of your leg. What is that? Your hamstring?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, but it's both. And then my lower back is killing me. So I don't know. I looked like, how you look in the mirror, and it's funny because you know how sometimes they say, oh, the baby's sitting in your back. I don't think he's in my back. I do truly believe that he's sitting in my front of my belly, because my belly is just so big and so round that you're like, yeah, he's there. In terms of my week, I gotta say my week was good. I will not lie. I have been having some serious crappy food cravings. So yesterday I really wanted. Okay, so you guys remember Coney Island Joe's?
Yes, I got sick there. Well, from there, I should say.
Oh man, that was so good. That place used to be so good. Such a hole in the wall, but it was so good. So I wanted, for those that don't know, Coney Island Joe's was a place in Brooklyn that was outside of
it was on Linden Boulevard.
But what's the business, the corporation that it's set out front of?
I don't remember, but I know it's by where MTA has certain things.
That's it.
It's over in that area on Linden Boulevard. It's not there anymore. They shut it down, but that's where it used to be.
But it used to be outside of one of MTA's, I guess,
facilities.
And it was a hole in the wall. It was so ghetto that it had barbed wire around the top of it. Don't ask me why. I don't know if someone tried to break in through the roof, but I just remember that it had barbed wire around the roof. Don't know why, but it did. And they had the slimiest, best hot dogs in the world. And so I really wanted one yesterday. And you know that I'm no longer in New York, and you know that they no longer are open. But there's this place around the corner that sells hot dogs, not Nathan's, of course, which I'm sad, but they still were good. And I mean, I got that thing loaded: sauerkraut, mustard, ketchup, everything, onions. And then I got my French fries with a little salt and pepper and ketchup and a little touch of hot sauce. Woo! So good. So baby Liam has been eating good. He has been having me eat terribly, but it's been so good.
But he's been satisfied, so that's all that matters.
That's all that matters, baby.
What about you, JD? How's your week? How's your weekend?
My week was good. I can't complain. We're coming to the end of my summer Fridays off. So I've just had well, no, technically I didn't. I have one more Friday that I personally took off, but it's coming to an end. So I go back to my regular work schedule, which is 9 to 5. I won't be doing longer days anymore, which is nice. It hasn't been too bad. So that's good. My week was pretty good. I can't complain. It was busy, a lot going on at work. The semester starts at the end of this month. So it's a lot going on with that, trying to see students, have meetings, all this stuff before we kick off the fall semester, the end of August, which will be here before you know it. But other than that, I'm doing pretty well. I can't complain. Feeling pretty good. So that's always a plus in my world. I was upset though, because let me tell y'all, so my doctor's retiring. I was supposed to see her this month. Tell me why they canceled the appointment. I guess she said, I'm not going to be working no more. I'm going to see y'all.
Deuces. Wow.
She did it.
Wow.
No, she didn't. So now I'm on the quest for a new doctor, which I'm going to be trying a new one next month. So we'll see how it goes with her. And if I like her, I'll stay. Say that again, Nelly.
She didn't even give you a recommendation to be like,
no, can you believe that? She didn't even give no recommendations. Now, you know that's shady. I felt a little way. But, you know, I think she's been there since, let me not be shady. I was going to say since the inception of the hospital, but I ain't going to be shady. But no, she didn't even give nothing. I found the doctor myself by looking online and doing my own research. And I just was like, you know what?
Shady.
I'm outie.
The umbrella up. The umbrella is up.
I felt the way. I guess she said, I've done this too long. I'm out. Bye. Okay.
Yeah.
I felt the way about that, though. I was like, oh, no, that's not cute. I said, how you do that to me? So me and my grandmother go to the same doctor, and she did the same thing to her too. So that just goes to show you.
Oh, her mindset was like, I'm done.
Basically.
Yeah. Or maybe she has health issues that require her to suddenly just.
Yeah, she always got to be the one. Well, maybe. Well, guys, maybe. No, she could have still gave me, like Nelly said, gave me some recommendations, something.
That's true.
She could have done something.
But sometimes, you know, if it was like an abrupt, like, okay, cancel, and she was expected to see patients through, let's say, the end of the month, it could have been health related. Or
she could have just said, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm out. Bye.
I'm feeling the bye part. I'm feeling I'm done.
Basically.
I feel like she didn't give her 2 cents and said, bye.
Okay. I felt the way about that. I said, well, all right then. Let me find someone new.
Let me get underneath my tree because this is too much shade. But
anyway, I wanted to say, did you guys, well, you know I'm not a big fan of hers, but did you hear Rihanna is now officially a billionaire due to her Fenty line? And what else does she, because you know I'm not into Rihanna.
Savage X Fenty.
Her lingerie, her not her music, because Lord, we ain't gonna get into that. Her lingerie line. Well,
her music do be selling too. She be selling her music. I don't think she's too much of a great musician myself, but that's my own personal decision.
I'm waiting on an album from like 2-3 years ago. We're not gonna get into that, but okay, we're not gonna get into that. Her Savage X Fenty, her lingerie line, the perfume line that's coming out.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, she got a new perfume coming, and her skincare, her skincare stuff. So she making some coins. She's making some coins.
Well,
so I ain't mad at
an article that I had found, and I apologize because I have now since lost it.
It's okay.
But if I recall right, they had said that she is the second richest woman in the world. next to Oprah Winfrey.
Ooh.
And you know I love me some Oprah.
So let me tell you, I don't think we'll ever be getting that third album. Who's got time for a third album?
She doesn't have to. Really, she legitimately doesn't have to sell a third. Some artists, I will say, don't really have to put out music because of all the other endorsements that they have. So really, they don't have to drop albums. Some people solely rely on those albums and rely on those streams and rely on those concerts, where there's some artists who don't rely on them. They could just live their life. Clearly, she's one of them.
She's definitely one of them. And it's so funny to see how she came about. Like, she was just this little Rihanna from Barbados. And then she grew into this adult, and it's just like, wait, oh, Rihanna. So you can either love her, you love her. You can either love her or you dislike her. I don't personally love her, but I like her. I like how her Savage, oh Jesus. Her Savage X Fenty line is so cute. So many cute pieces. I haven't bought any of them, like the bras I want to try because I keep hearing they're really good. But
and they really are cost effective. Like
they're not
some of them are like as low as $14.99.
Yeah, they're not that expensive. They're really not that expensive. Her skincare I have not tried because I use my own stuff, so you can't really mix with two different skincare.
Right.
More power to her. She gonna have a shoe game.
Yeah, she don't have to drop music. I mean, she don't need to really, honestly. I wasn't a fan of her per se. I just, how I feel. I felt Tiara got slighted in that whole deal. I felt Tiara Marie should have really got her fair due because the girl could really sing. And that's me. I like really talented artists who really, even as much as I love Beyonce, I don't think she's the best singer. I'm going to be 150 about that. She's not. I'm real enough to say she's not the best singer. But there's some artists I think who are better singers than her. But I feel like certain artists have been slighted because maybe their fan base isn't as large as other artists and they didn't get their fair due.
Yes.
So that, that's my thing. I've never been a huge fan of hers anyway. I just see her. Okay, all right. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Next.
Well, I do want to correct my statement, though. I had said that she's the second richest woman in the world. Let me correct that. She is the second richest female entertainer next to Oprah. So in terms of entertainment world, she's the second richest female entertainer next to Oprah. And in terms of musicians, she is the richest female musician in the world. So I give kudos to her. I think she's doing great. In terms of her music, I definitely agree with you guys. She is not the best singer, but she and her team pick out the catchy songs that really get you going to make you think like she's hot when she's really just I
still don't get,
Now you were singing Umbrella.
I wasn't. I was like, who the heck is this? This song is whack. The only song of hers that I think I liked was the song she did with Neo. And that goes to show you she wasn't even by herself.
You are mean, girl.
I'm just honest.
What you mean?
So did you guys, I feel a way about this too. I ain't even gonna lie. So you saw Ben and JLo. It looks like they official. Like official.
Now I'm gonna take your hat.
Waiting for her and Diddy to get back together. I'm just gonna say that.
Yes, agreed.
Yes, I do. I like her and Diddy together. I'm sorry. I just really like her and Diddy.
Yes, her and Diddy. Her and Diddy need a replay. Like they need.
When he posted that picture,
yes,
I was like, I said, I should have shared it. I should have been like, JLo, act like you know.
I'm kind of waiting for that one. They need a redo because Diddy was not grown. Okay, he didn't understand women. Okay,
he still don't, but we're gonna give him a pass for today.
Well, he goes by love.
He had Kim floating. He had Kim floating. Whatever. She was his little. And then JLo came along and was like, "I'm a woman," and da da da. But he did. but they definitely need a replay.
I think they need a replay too. I'm with Nelly on that. They need a replay. And I will be so here for that.
Okay. But this Ben and JLo thing it's just messy. It's just messy.
It's disturbing.
My thing is, you broke up with him, you did all you did, right? And then A-Rod came along, swept you up to manifest it. I'm going to give me some JLo, get engaged, and then just break up. And then Ben is sitting here, and you go, oh, Ben, like, come on. You don't go backwards, you go forwards, not backwards.
And not only that, he's whack.
Yeah. He is. He's not even like, ooh, like that. You know how some men of different color, you be like, ooh, yes, he's not like that. No. He looks like an average.
He's very dry. I think he's with her to build himself up because she is so hot and so it right now. And I think that's why he's rolling with her because of that. Because honestly, I'm like, why are we back at this again? Like, why we getting the same episode? This is the same bad episode we saw back in what? When were they together? 2003, 2002.
It was that whack movie that they had.
Julia, or Gigi, something like that.
So whack, we don't remember what it was.
I just know it started with a G. Gia.
It's just.
It was whack, whatever it was.
It's just.
I just. You know, it's a shame because I see her as being one of those people who will never be happy. She's eventually going to leave.
She's gone from man to man to man. How can you be happy like that?
How can you?
That's like happiness.
It's like going out of a toxic relationship, even though we don't know what A-Rod and her was about and why they broke up or whatever. But you don't give yourself enough time to heal.
No.
To figure out who you are. She may be, how old is she? 50, 40? I don't know.
51, I think, or 52.
Yeah. You should know, like, listen, sis, let me get myself together. Let me get my stuff right. And then let me go find me a man. But no, she just jumped up and said, hey, Ben, how you doing? Like,
yeah.
No.
And it's
basically.
It's sad because you figure her kids are watching this.
Yeah. And they probably, even though they're not young kids, I mean, he has kids too, because he has kids with Jennifer Garner. So it's not like, you're seeing this and you're like, what is going on? And I'm sure they know how to Google. I'm sure they've done Googled everything already. So it's very awkward, very strange, very, different, I would say.
And they actually like A-Rod, because I remember seeing something that the kids are really upset when she broke it off with A-Rod, because they were combining as a family. And then you just dump them and then they, oh, I'm so sorry. And then here's my ex. Wait, what? No.
Yeah. Because it's like you're ripping and tearing apart these relationships that they built.
Exactly. Which is the sad part. That's the sad part, because now they have to get adjusted and reacclimated to a whole new person. And, it's just something you shouldn't have to put children, teenagers, anybody in, unless you're a full-fledged adult and you could deal with those emotions,
Yeah. As a teenager, you can't deal with that.
She's done it repeatedly. Like, you figure, who was she with before A-Rod? She was with somebody.
I think her dancer. Right. I'm not sure. It was
Mark Anthony, who's the father of them children, then the dancer, then A-Rod, now back with Ben.
No, Ben was before.
But I'm saying now she's back with Ben. So those children have known 3 other men outside of their father.
Yeah, and they all been engaged. One was married to, remember, she was married to the dancer for a hot second, then they divorced. Then you go back, it's just too much.
No, this is a second dancer.
Yeah.
That's right.
She was married 3 times. She was married to a guy before Selena blew up. Then the dancer, that was the second one. When she did My Love Don't Cost a Thing, he was in there. Then it was, she was engaged to Ben. They broke up. Then she got with Mark. Then she got with another dancer.
Yep.
Then she got with A-Rod. And now she's back with Ben. We just went through her whole catalog.
Okay.
tell you, we used to have respect and love for JLo.
Now
I don't live over here no more.
I don't dislike her. Just get yourself together. You're
Right.
50 and you're bouncing from men to men. Get yourself together. Come on now.
That's the point. She's 50 and she's supposed to be someone that people, I should say, women out there, so to speak, should be able to say, hey, you know what? This is how you do it properly. But you know what? They'll never be able to have that. They'll never be able to have that with her.
Nope.
No.
Not at all.
And it's not teaching your kids. She has what? How old is her daughter?
Not at all.
Like 12?
I think they're 12. Both her kids are twins. So I think they're 12.
So you're teaching your children it's okay to bounce from some.
Yeah, that's all they see. That's all they've seen their mother do. So that's all they know really at this point. They don't have any stability, honestly.
Yeah. No.
Because of her, living her life the way that she lives her life. And it's very, very sad.
And let's say her and Ben get married. What if that don't work? Then what?
Exactly. You got two sets of kids, her kids and his kids. And I think he has 3 kids with Jennifer.
Honest, I think Jennifer Gardner is a better woman in the sense of, if you think her kids have been in limelight, not all the way out there. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that Jennifer Garner will allow her children to be so much mixed up in that. I mean, she can't completely outright rule that, hey, you can't have the children, the girls. Yeah. But I don't think that she will let him involve them in the day-to-day as you would normally, because she probably sees that this woman is just not stable.
Yeah. That's the crazy thing.
It's sad.
It is. But it's always good chatting with you ladies. We always have a good time when we get together and talk, and I enjoy those moments. If anybody has a business that they would love for us to promote on Them Wise Girls, please send us an email at themwisegirls@gmail.com. themwisegirls@gmail.com, and we'll be sure to make sure we look out for your email and see what you would love for us to promote on our show. So as you know, all good things come to an end. So next week we'll be back with a brand new episode of Them Wise Girls. Have an amazing day and awesome rest of your weekend, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Thanks for catching up with us.
See ya.